Let me ask you something real quick. If you were starting from absolute zero in 2026, no audience, no product, no tech background, or even no money, what is the laziest way to make money with AI? And before you click off thinking this is some get rich quick with ChatGPT nonsense, that is not what this is. When I say lazy, I don't mean unethical. I don't mean shortcuts. I don't mean scams. I mean maximum leverage, minimum friction. The kind of setup where AI does 80% of the work, you focus on direction, not execution. We've actually implemented that in our business this year, and the result actually compounds instead of burning you out. Now, quick context. I'm Jeff. I build AI software, I run companies, and I'm the founder of Reviewly.ai, which helps businesses automate trust and growth without turning into marketing robots. And I teach that free in my group for the brand new entrepreneur at agencystarterkit.com. The link's down below. Now, here's the important part. If I had to wipe everything clean tomorrow, I had no brand, no audience, no product. These are the exact plays I would run. Not hypothetically, not maybe one day. These are the things I actively pay people to do right now. And today I'm going to break down 5 of them, ranked from easiest to start to most scalable long-term. For each one, I'll tell you exactly what it is, how much it costs to start, how much effort it takes, and how people are getting paid for it. By the end of this video, one of these methods will clearly beat the other 4 if your goal is 0 experience, 0 audience, and your first $1,000 online. I already know which one it is. Comment right now which one you think it'll be. AI services, content, automations, YouTube, or websites, and lock it in right now. We'll see if you're right by the end. All right, let's reset how this actually works. Here's the mistake most people make with AI. They think the money is in learning every tool, mastering the prompts, chasing the newest update. That's not where the money is. AI didn't replace humans. AI replaced friction. The people making money aren't the ones who know the most tools. They're the ones who remove the most resistance for businesses, because businesses don't wake up thinking, man, I really wish I had more AI. They wake up thinking, I don't have enough customers. I'm not visible online. Nobody follows up. I'm doing too much of this manually. That's where lazy money lives. Not in brilliance, not in hustle, in systems. And here's the rule that governs everything we're about to talk about. If AI can do the work and someone already pays for the outcome, that, my friend, is a business. You don't need to invent anything. You don't need to be first. You don't need to be special. You need to pick one problem, apply AI to remove friction, package the result, and that's it. Now, let's get into the list, starting with the lowest barrier to entry, the one almost anyone can start this week. Number 5, AI thumbnails and simple creative services. Let's start with the one almost nobody respects, but a lot of people quietly make very good money doing. AI thumbnails and simple creative services. I know that probably wasn't what you expected. Most people hear this and think, oh, that's just messing around with prompts. That's not what gets paid. What gets paid is attention. Every YouTube video, every ad, every piece of content lives or dies by one thing. Does someone stop scrolling and click? That's why creators, brands, and agencies pay for thumbnails that convert. And here's the part beginners miss. You don't need to be a designer. You need to be a pattern recognizer. AI already does the heavy lifting. Image generation, variations, edits, resizing. Your job is to study what works. Replicate that structure, test faster than humans can. That's leverage. Here's what this looks like in the real world. On the low end, someone might pay you $10 to $15 per thumbnail. 5 thumbnails a day, that's $50 to $75 a day. That replaces a lot of people's hourly jobs for a part-time. Not life-changing, but real. On the high end, this is where it gets interesting. Creators and brands pay $40, $50, or even $75 per thumbnail. I personally know channels paying thousands per month just for thumbnail testing. Why? Because a 1% increase in click-through rate can mean tens of thousands of dollars for that business. Now, here's how you start without experience. You pick one niche. Not everyone, not all creators, one niche. It could be fitness, real estate, podcasts, personal brands, local business owners running ads. Then here's what you do. Study. You don't design yet. You study. You look at the top 50 thumbnails in that niche, facial expressions, contrast, text placement, colors, emotion. You are not copying. You're out here extracting patterns. Then you build a small portfolio, not for clients, but for proof. You take existing video titles and create better thumbnails for them. Even if nobody asked, even if it's hypothetical, that becomes your body of work. Now, here's where most people overthink it, clients. You do not need a website. You don't need ads. You don't need a brand. You do this instead. You find creators or businesses in your niche. You record a 60-second video. In that video, you say, hey, I noticed this thumbnail isn't matching what's working in your space. Here's what I'd test instead and why. You show one example, you add value first, then you make a simple offer. I can test one for you this week. That's it. Low pressure, low friction, and guess what? High response. This is lazy money. AI does the execution, you do the judgment, and results are visible fast. And that makes selling easy. But this one caps out, which is why it's number 5. Let's move on the ladder. Number 4, AI blogs and content systems that actually get paid for. Most people think blogging is dead. It's not. Bad blogging is dead. It's the foundation of SEO. What's alive and growing is content that feeds systems, search engines, AI search, language models, recommendations. Businesses do not want blogs. They want visibility. And AI made content production for this stupidly fast. That's the opportunity, because speed without strategy is worthless, but speed with structure is valuable. Here's why people still pay for this. They don't want to write, format, do the research, optimize, publish consistently. And even if AI can do it, they won't. So you become the system. On the low end, people pay $10 to $20 per article. On the higher end, they pay monthly retainers, content repurposing packages, SEO and AI visibility bundles, which is what we sell. The real money is not writing blogs. The real money is turning podcasts into articles, turning videos into content that is searchable, turning customer feedback into authority. And this is where AI shines. Your model that already ranks. You don't guess, you don't create from scratch. You find top performing articles, common structures, shared themes, and then use AI tools like loudaf.ai to produce drafts fast. And you lightly edit for clarity and tone. That's it. Selling this is the same principle as before. You simply audit. You show them what's missing. You show them what could exist. You offer a pilot. And here's a key insight most people miss. As search becomes more conversational, businesses want to show up inside of AI answers, not just Google links. That's already happening, which is why content still matters. This one is lazier than it looks, but it's not the laziest because it still relies on volume. Let's talk about leverage that stacks. Number 3, faceless YouTube channels. This one surprised me the most because for a long time I thought YouTube money was reserved for big personalities, on-camera confidence, years of grinding. Turns out I was wrong. You've 100% watched faceless videos, YouTube channels without realizing it. You know the ones: a calm voice, clean visuals, B-rolls, stock clips, or simply screen recordings. No personality cult, no vlogs, right, or vlogs, just solid storytelling. Some of these channels are pulling in $30, $50, or even $70,000 a month. Not from sponsors, not from selling courses, just ads and affiliates. Here's why this works so well with AI. AI is great at outlining scripts, structuring narratives, summarizing information, generating voiceovers. What humans are good at is choosing topics, understanding curiosity, knowing what people actually click on. That's the partnership. This is lazier than client work because no calls, no revisions, no customers texting you. You build once, you post consistently, the content stacks. Early on, yes, it's slower. Small channels might make $10 to $50 a day, but the curve matters because once a video ranks or gets suggested, it pays you again and again. I've got friends with thousands of views per day on their videos. Here's how you start without overthinking it. You pick a niche with high CPMs, affiliate opportunities, evergreen interest, one that doesn't go away. Think finance, tech, business stories, productivity, AI explainers. Then you find 5 to 10 channels already winning in that space. You don't go copy them, you decode them, their length, pacing, titles, thumbnails, and their hooks. Then what you do is you define your signature format. That's the secret. Be yourself, be you. The same structure, different topic every time. AI will help you write faster. AI helps you voice it. AI helps you edit. Your job consistency and iteration is what you should be focusing on. Every upload gets 1% better. That's not fast money, but it's lazy in the right way because once it works while you sleep, but we can still go lazier because now we're going to talk about businesses that already have money and problems they'll happily pay to remove. Number 2, AI websites and trust systems. That's huge in 2026. Every business needs a website, not a brand, not a masterpiece, a place where customers land and decide, do I trust this or not? That's it. Here's the wild part. For years, businesses paid $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 or more for websites that AI can now build in days. I know because I've done it. No code builders, AI copy, AI visuals. Now, this didn't kill the opportunity. It multiplied it because the value was never the code. The value was clarity and speed of implementation. Small businesses don't want options. They want something that works and you can charge brand new, never sold one before, $500 to $1,500 for a clean site, more if you niche down. But here's where most beginners miss the leverage. A website alone doesn't convert. It's trust that converts. And trust is built through reviews, social proof, follow-up. That's why every site should include a reputation system. This is literally why we built Reviewly, not as a review tool, but as a trust engine. When a business has fresh reviews, visible responses, consistent follow-up, their website converts better. Their ads convert better. Their sales calls convert better. So if you build websites and pair them with review generation, automated follow-ups, trust widgets, you'll no longer be a designer. This is what we teach inside of Agency Starter Kit. You now become a growth partner. That's why this one scales. You sell once, you upsell systems, and guess what? You retain clients for monthly recurring revenue. You don't need to know everything. You pick one builder that's yours. You pick one niche, one offer, and you simply build 2 to 3 demo sites, even hypothetical ones. Then you sell outcomes, not pages. This is lazy because AI handles creation, businesses already want it, and trust multiplies results. But the laziest way to make money with AI, it's the one where you fix problems once and businesses keep paying you because you're inside their operations. That's number one, and this is where we've taken our agency in 2026. AI automation agencies, the highest leverage play from absolute zero. This is the one most people talk about, and almost nobody executes correctly. AI automation agencies. When people hear that, they immediately overcomplicate it. They think custom AI models, N8N and stacks and insane technical things, months of learning. That is not the move here. A real opportunity isn't building AI. To me, that's a hobby. It's connecting systems that already exist and removing the manual work. Businesses are drowning in friction. Leads not followed up. Reviews not requested. Onboarding done manually. Internal tasks repeated every day. They don't need AI. They need relief. That is what they pay for. And this is why this is the highest leverage option on the list, because you're no longer selling time. You're selling operational clarity. On the low end, someone will pay you $500 to automate one workflow. On the higher end, we're talking $2,000 to $5,000 per month in retainers. Those equal long-term relationships. Why? Because once you're inside their systems, you're hard to replace. Here's how you start building without drowning. You do not need to learn everything. You pick one automation use case, just one. Some examples are automated lead follow-up, review requests after purchase, onboarding sequences, internal task routing. You master that one thing and you build it for free, for cheap, or as a pilot. Your only goal at first is to get proof. Once you fix a real problem and it works, businesses don't ask, how much do you charge? They ask, what else can you automate for me? And that's when this compounds. This is exactly how most real AI businesses are being built right now. Not with hype, with workflows. And this is also where tools like Reviewly naturally live, because follow-up, trust, and reputation are automation problems. They're not marketing problems, which brings us to the part nobody tells you. Here's the truth most AI videos won't say out loud. The laziest way to make money with AI is not chasing AI. It's chasing boring problems that already have budgets. Every option we talked about today worked for the same reason. The problem already exists. People already pay to solve it. AI just removes the friction. That's the formula. One niche, one problem, one system. Not 5, not 10, one. Most people fail because they bounce between ideas and they chase. They keep learning instead of deploying. They chase tools instead of outcomes. The people who win pick something simple and execute it for 30 days straight. That's it. There's no magic, no secrets, just leverage. If you're watching this and thinking, okay, this actually feels doable, good. That's the point. You do not need permission. You do not need to be an expert. You do not need to wait. Just simply pick one right now. Start small and get momentum. And if you want help actually doing this, not just watching another video, that's why I run a Skool community. It's where we break these ideas down into real workflows, real examples, and how we use it in my agency to include how much we make on a lot of those sales as well. Real execution, people building, people testing, people sharing what's working. And if you're building anything for businesses, whether it's websites, automation, or services, trust and follow-up matter more than most people realize. That's the layer Reviewly handles. Quietly, automatically, and at scale. All the links are below. Drop a comment with the one you are committing to. We'll check them, I promise. And I'll see you in the next one.